Hello everybody, Adam with Hype is here Media, and today I have some pickups that I have been, missing out on showing all of you. So sit back, stay tuned, and take a look at some of the things that I have picked up over the past 2 months or so. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who supported the channel. This channel is going through quite a bit of changes. I've actually done quite a few videos that I haven't even uploaded just because I didn't like how they came out. I didn't like the lighting. There was just a lot of different problems, but I am working on that. But for today, I want to show you some of the cool stuff that I picked up over the past few months. Just kind of give you a glimpse into what's coming up, and hopefully keep this video not too long. First thing I want to show y'all. This is the last thing I needed for my Alfred Hitchcock collection. I have most of his movies. I have all his 4K sets. I have his Blu-rays. However, this is something that when I first saw it, I thought it was something completely different. I thought I already had it in the collection. Then I realized I did not. The Alfred Hitchcock Presents Complete 1985 to 1989 series. So this is the series I believe USA wound up getting. I think NBC had it. It went to USA after the 80s Alfred Hitchcock. And as you can see, this actually does have all of it has a book in it. It has all of the DVDs. This was limited to, I think, 1,500. And to be fair, Viavision did this. So I was happy to pick this up. I have not started watching it yet because I haven't really had the time. I have a pretty big unwatched stack. So this completes my Alfred Hitchcock series. There are some movies here and there that I still need to pick up on, and I will. But I couldn't believe that when I looked at this, I passed on it because I thought I already had it. So again, up there, I have the overseas editions of the Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Alfred Hitchcock, all of his different shows. And again, this is the reboot that they did in the 80s. It is a part of the collection. Love to see that. Love the outline. It's great. It's fantastic. So glad to have that as a part of the collection. This came in today, actually. And when I saw it on sale, I asked myself, don't I have that? And then I realized I didn't. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a fan of Sylvester Stallone. I pretty much watch anything that he's in. Cobra was great. Obviously Rocky, Rambo, First Blood, all that good stuff. But this one is his early 80s work. And when I seen this, I said, this felt like a late 80s movie, but it's not. If you have not seen Nighthawks with the phenomenal Rutger Hauer, Sylvester Stallone. This is from 1981. This is the Shout Select line, as you can see. And as you can see there's the back. I did not have this. This is a collector's edition. I believe this originally came with a slip. I, of course, ordered it 5 years later, whenever it came out. Shout put this out. I have not seen this in a long time, so I look forward to watching this again. I love Rutger Hauer, obviously The Hitcher, Hobo with a Shotgun. I mean, there's some classic Rutger Hauer stuff out there. So, you know what? I just realized he was in Blade Runner. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But yeah, if you do not have this, add it to your collection. I would love to see this get a 4K upgrade soon. But we have added Nighthawks to the collection. This next pickup was one that a lot of folks seem to, I saw some folks having trouble getting their set just because of the steelbook nature. This was due to for a 4K, and it is 7. So I pre-ordered this. I have it. I have not watched it in 4K. As you can see, it's still in the wrapping. I can't wait to watch this and see how it looks. People have told me this looks really good. Obviously, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, phenomenal movie. It's been years since I've seen this again, and you'll see that. There's a lot of these movies that I have that it's just been years since I've seen it, or I have not seen it at all. Some of these are blind buys. So the steelbook has been added to the collection. As you can see, all this back here, actually there. There's a lot of steelbooks back here. Actually, my steelbooks are right here and here. So this is going to go on the collection with the steelbook, as well as these next two pickups. So I've opened this because I was going to watch it, and to be fair, when I opened this, it's because it had a loose disc. So thank God the disc was okay. This is the Smile 2 steelbook. I do not have Smile 1 as a steelbook, or Smile, not Smile 1. I don't have the first Smile. The second Smile I do. It's rather plain, but having the amazing. And forgive me for not remembering his name. It's Jack Nicholson's son on the front cover. Kind of sold it for me. That is the iconic smile that Jack Nicholson himself did in The Shining. Pretty much any sinister role that Jack Nicholson was in as the Joker, what have you. I have not seen this yet, but I will be watching this hopefully this week, catching up on it. This is Smile 2. This is the Steelbook. And if I open this up, to take that and move that out there, you can see there the disc, kind of plain Jane, comes with the Blu-ray, comes with the digital code, so that Steelbook's added to the collection. Now, this Steelbook was an Amazon exclusive. I was hesitant to buy it at first, but then I started looking at it, and I started looking at how cool. I saw somebody, I can't remember who actually did, goodness, it might have been, forgive me, it might have been Cinefessions. I'm trying to remember who did an unboxing or an unmasking of this one here. When I say unmasking, you can see what I mean, because you have to unmask the cover, and I loved it. And this was a blind buy, so this is Snowpiercer. So when you take a look at this right up here, and forgive me the reflection, it's bad. It's really cool because, and again, I'm going to take the right here with you. I'm actually going to take it out of the plastic so you can see what is so cool about this. I love and for somebody who loves lenticular slips, things like that, and just clear see-through slips and things like that, you can sell me on something just by showing it to me. So like when you look at this here, see how that is so cool. That is so cool, right? So the cover art, to me, fantastic. This comes with 2 discs, the Blu-ray 4K, and a bonus disc in Blu-ray format. I have heard a lot of great things about this movie. So if you don't know anything about Snowpiercer, so this does not go 30 minutes, hopefully. I'm not going to take you through this, but essentially this is a failed global warming experiment. The Earth goes through another ice age, and they have to use a train for the survivors to survive, and the train goes through issues, let's say. Happy to have this in 4K. I did not own this in any format, so glad to have that. By the way, I will also bring this to your attention. I randomly got a package that literally took 3 weeks to get here because it was coming from Los Angeles, and obviously the awful fires in Los Angeles, it's a terrible situation. So I randomly got a replacement of Rosemary's Baby because there were issues with the 4K. So if anybody needs this, let me know. I may give it away because I have this movie 2 or 3 different times, I think, already in my collection. And I know I have it in the horror set above me, right up there. So yeah, Rosemary's Baby. So we're going to get in some higher dollar ones. And I purchased this a while back. I wanted this in 4K. The Blu-ray went missing for a while because it was so hard to get. And when I saw this 4K, I immediately snatched this up. But I'm going to give you a preemptive hold up on this. This is a great movie. This is a movie that you really kind of had to follow close into, because for me, when I watched this movie, I thought it was good. I felt the effects, the gore, the kills were fantastic. If you've seen this movie, you know which ones I'm talking about. This is the German media book of In a Violent Nature in 4K. This was announced right around the first release when it first came out on Blu-ray, that it was getting a German 4K, and I said, I'm all in on this. Now, it's really cool. Make sure I don't get myself censored here, or make sure I don't get demonetized. But you can take a look here. It does come with the Blu-ray in 4K, and there is our villain who you follow throughout this entire movie. It has a really cool, there's 2 discs there. There's a Blu-ray in the back. The one thing I will say, and this is the scene I'm talking about, if you know, you know. The one thing I will say about this movie is I was a little, so obviously I can, look, everything in here is in German. That's what you get with a German release, right? It's in German. I can scan and put it in English and read up. That's not a problem. But while the film itself is in English, the German subtitles are embedded into the movie. You cannot take them off there. I tried. I tried numerous times. Thought I was losing my mind, but it's not. It's distracting a bit, but it's not nothing I can't look past. But some folks who get this are going to be a little confused as to why, no matter what CC captions you choose, because it operates on CC4, which is German for this film, you cannot change that. So just be aware that this movie, the audio was a little low for me. I don't know if that, maybe it was me, maybe, I don't know. But I was able to hear it. It's just the German subtitles are there all the time. So in a violent nature in 4K, I really think this is going to get a 4K here in the States any soon. Cape Light Media did this. It's a great movie, so if you haven't seen it, watch it. Some of this stuff is newer, some of this stuff is older, some of this stuff has just come in. This here, and this is a movie, for me personally, I thought it was one of the top 3 movies last year. I have this movie in, hold on, I think, no, yeah, okay, it's back there. But I have this movie, the second sight release, which I can show y'all, but I had to have this version as well. I purchased the Umbrella Late Night with the Devil set. This is so cool. This is nice. When you look at what comes in this here, you see there are the lobby cards. So just turn them around. Here you go. The lobby cards I have not taken out yet. Here is the Blu-ray of Late Night with the Devil. There is, you can flip the artwork around to where you can't see the rating, which is really cool. There's a poster in here. The poster's neat. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually numbered. That's all. I took the J card off of it, so I think it's numbered. But Umbrella released a nice one here, and I really liked it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a sucker for things like this, and this is one of the reasons that you may call me crazy. This fake TV guide for Late Night with the Devil, Jack Delroy, who is the host of this show, is fantastic. The show Night Owls, which is the show that is being featured in this movie Late Night with the Devil. It even goes so far to have somebody filled out the crossword puzzle. That is cool. I am a sucker for detail like that. I like seeing things like that. I like seeing things that make me believe, as a wrestling fan, in the little gimmicky things that come with the stuff. I love it. And when you look at this. Like the advertisements, this right here is what physical media needs more of. Now, I paid a little bit of money for this, but I also got the VHS that comes with it as well. And if you look at this, it makes it look like it is actually from a library and you are picking up a copy of the show itself. And nowhere on here does it actually say the name of the show. In fact, if you look on the back here, you can pause that. It really does make it appear like this is literally a tape that you're getting a hold of from the library. The Umbrella logo is there. There's a number right there for you, 1310. Even when you take the VHS out, it looks like it's got water stains on it, like it's been wet. Like that's just, come on, that is so cool. Gives you the episode number. It's fantastic. And little things just like, look, it's checked with the master copy right down here. So that is so cool. This was something I just felt like I needed to have. So Late Night with the Devil. And look, whenever I have this in steelbook form, I have this in the second sight. The second sight release might be the best one of all. I might just reach back there and grab that, but I don't want this to go too long. But this is fantastic. Highly recommend. I think it's still available as I drop it to go everywhere. By the way, the book, Conversations with the Devil, it is literally like the doctor wrote this book. I forgot to show y'all that because it goes through and shows you stuff about the movie itself, the storyboards, shows you how the scenes were made. I don't want to give y'all spoilers, but it's just, it's all very well done. Umbrella does an amazing job, and I had to have it. So this is fantastic. Now, moving on, I'll put you back in a minute. Moving on into two releases that just came out this week that I just got, and then I want to take y'all behind a few other additional things that I ordered during a release sale. The Arrow release limited edition of Inglourious Bastards. If you have not seen Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards, it is fantastic. I would even go so far to say if you have this in the 4K that was released, what was it, last year, the year before? I have not seen this version yet, but I've heard from all my friends that this version is much better than the original release that I believe Universal did. We'll find out, but I have not opened this yet because it literally just came in. There are the details on it. Inglourious Bastards in 4K. Another movie that I've heard so much about. This, and again, these here came from between Diabolic DVD and Orbit Video. That I want to say Inglourious Bastards came from Diabolic. This came from Orbit DVD. I highly recommend both places. This is The Substance with Demi Moore. Demi Moore just won an award for this, and forgive me which one it was. I don't follow the awards, but I have heard this is, I've heard it's different, but I've heard it's good, and I've heard it's really, really like weird at times. So I'm all about weird. It has Dennis Quaid in it. Dennis Quaid is excellent. The Substance, essentially what happens is this aging star is offered a substance that allows her to, I guess, develop into somebody else, but she has to share time week to week from this other person. Like it sounds like a Black Mirror episode, which I love the show Black Mirror on Netflix. So The Substance is mine. The next pickup I'm going to show y'all actually came in about 2 weeks ago. I featured this because it's a part of the Second Sight releases that I really love. Session 9. This is the Second Sight release. This is a Universal picture. Second Sight is if you don't know Second Sight, they are an overseas company that do these type of releases here where you get the Blu-ray, you get the book, you get the lobby cards. All of these come with it. I have quite a few of those up there, which I do want to show you one thing before we wrap up here. Session 9 is a blind buy for me, but it seems right up my alley, and I'm trying to do better with blind buys. Lord help me, but we like it. We like it a lot. We like that sound. Session 9. It's in the collection. The last movies that I pulled to show y'all here. Oh, put that back. These were a part of the Severin sale that happened back at the beginning of November, and these were new releases too. And I literally just got these in last week. As I filmed this, it is the last week of January, so they took a little time. But when it comes to Italian films, when it comes to horror films, I'm all in. Okay, so most of these films, I've seen a few of these, but it's been so long, and you'll hear me say that a lot because I have to go back and watch these. So I don't want to get censored on these, but Aldo Lotto did Night Train Murders. I forgot what film I had up here. This is a beautiful casing. The slip is different from the actual film itself. I'll be honest with you, this is 1974. This is, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember. Again, these are two young girls. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that has a really good soundtrack that I like. This one is something that I will probably pop in again this week and watch. Night Train Murders came in. Let's see if we can censor that there. Last Cannibal World. I love realistic horror. Between Last Cannibal World and Slave of the Cannibal God. Hopefully it doesn't pick that up there. These are Italian cannibals and if you read up on some of these films are so shocking. They were banned. And there's some of these cannibalistic films, and if you don't know a lot about them, I'm not going to go into great detail, but read up on them. They're nice to have in the collection for many reasons. I'm not one that wants a shock horror film just to be shocking, but the way these were filmed, they are realistic, they are truly jarring. I like a jarring horror film. That's what I'm looking for. We will wrap up with this. I was actually surprised to see this got a 4K, and to be honest with you, whenever I saw it was on 4K, I was kind of on the fence. But again, when you go back to, you know, Bruno Mattei did Hell of the Living Dead, and that's how I know of him. So when I saw Bruno Mattei did Rats, Night of Terror, I'm all in. What's fun about this is when you look at the quote on the back, it says, it's a great movie. A movie that you could tell people about and they'll say, that's not a real movie, but it totally is. Look, the cover art on this is fantastic. Rats, Night of Terror, I watched the trailer. It's exactly what you think it is, and it is glorious. So this is going to go into the collection. And finally, the price came down on this quite a bit, and I'd been going back and forth on purchasing this, and I just said, what the hey, there is a volume 2. We added volume 1 of All the Haunts Be Ours. This is folk horror. Severin did a phenomenal job on these. I have seen, which one was it? I think Lady of the Dead I've seen on this, and I actually liked it. There is a lot to unpack here. And whenever these came out, I held off, but I held off too long. This is a solid release. So I cannot wait to see this. I cannot wait to get into watching these. It's just going to take time, and we will get into them. So with that being said, I do want to show you what I promised you. Here is the Late Night with the Devil. This is the Second Sight release. Kind of comparing the two, and I will do a separate video at some point on these releases. As you can see, there are the movies, there are the lobby cards, which are completely different, and you have an additional book that is more so just focusing on the film itself, right? See that there? So, again, all of these are different. All of these have different aspects to the movie that I really loved, and of course, I picked them up. So that kind of does it for now. I have so much more to show y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you please hit the subscribe button if you just happen upon me. These videos will get better. They will get shorter. And I promise you, I will be going into great detail about other pickups and other things. I have a huge collection, y'all. I promise you this is going to be a lot of fun. For now, Adam of Hypersphere Media, go collect something, watch something, and have a wonderful day.